Happy December. Hello and welcome to my craft space. I'm Theresa and I am working on December day 18, and today's prompt is, what is today's prompt? I've been looking at it all day. Mini pocket letter in Specimen. This was very interesting. I had a few specimen type things, but not as much for what I actually wanted. Oh, let me disconnect my Cricut here. Done. Unload. Okay, I just finished cutting out. I should have gotten rid of that before I cut. That's the watermark that the creator does. Anyways, I didn't have what I wanted of these, so I bought this digital kit today. And while I'm at it, I want to say that I love my Cricut Joy Extra, but the light grip mat that came with it didn't seem to be sized correctly. Well, I bought the mat from Joann's, I think is where I got the Cricut. But it was a Cricut brand mat is my point. And it kept getting bent and it wouldn't line up right and stuff. And I did use it for a while, but I definitely didn't get my money's worth out of it. And I bought these off of Amazon, and it feels nicer. It's weird how it feels nicer. And it fed really well through my Cricut. And it's weeding a lot better than the other Cricut mat did too. I really encourage you that if you buy Cricut, to not buy Cricut products other than the machine, because I've always done much better to buy the cheaper. Okay, this isn't working. The cheaper versions, like from the dollar store. And I think you'd be much happier and you'd save more money, is the point. Works great and saves you money. How can you lose? So I hope everybody's doing great today. I'm having problems with focus lately. I was thinking about years ago, Mountain Dew had a drink that was red. It was called Code Red. And I had one of those just once. And man, I worked all night long. It was amazing. I would love to have a burst of energy like that. Okay, this goes over in that pile. That goes in that pile. These go here. And that's too bad that it didn't cut the insides out. I'm not going to use any of these. So these can go over here. Got a pile of stuff here of which I will use some of this, but not all of it. So I'm going to need to cut these out. Let's play a little music while I'm doing that.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, dashing through the snow in one horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Okay, well, this is very time consuming, so I've got another idea. I'm just gonna finish this one off and then I'll try my other idea. So while I'm doing this, I will remind you to please consider liking my video so that we can get the algorithms going. I'm always uncomfortable saying this because I have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's what everybody else says. Isn't that a way to get yourself in trouble, is to repeat and think like other people when you don't know for yourself what the heck you're saying? Anyways, please like my video. If you didn't like it, please hit the dislike because from what I'm told again, they both work. And I don't expect everybody to like what I have to say or what I have to offer. Trying to think of if I've ever, I think I have hit the dislike before, but it wasn't for like crafting. It was probably um, something that was morally contemptible to me, maybe. Okay, so here's my idea. Make this go faster. Oops. Whoa, went off the beaten path. You'll want to stick around if you're watching because I think you're going to want to see the main event. This is just the prep work. Now, if you say to yourself, why didn't Theresa just use the cutting blade and the ruler for the whole thing and just do the whole thing? Because Theresa has tremors, and so she's very slow at doing things, so that if the hand starts to shake, she can stop whatever she's doing and reposition. And I give myself, try to get on the edge, but I'm not worried about it if I give myself some buffer room like I did here, because that means I'm not going to have a shake-a-lanch. We'll have craft-a-lanch now and shake-a-lanch. That see how it goes? Just boom. They have a mind of their own. I was cussing this morning. Oh my gosh. They were just, the shakes were just really getting on my last nerve. My poor husband, he's sitting over there going, ugh. You know, because he feels bad for me, and it's not pleasant to be in the room when I'm being grumpy. So it's a lose-lose situation for him. But I'm there for him all the time when um, he has health issues. I go to the doctor with him and try to keep track of, journal his medical so that it might help us to reveal what helps and what doesn't help and that sort of thing. Meds would probably help me, but I don't care to take meds. I'm the type of person who didn't even dye my hair the first time until, I want to say, I was 50. I might have been in my late 40s. And then I didn't do any touch ups until, like, I don't know, 2, 3 years later. But I wasn't the type who would constantly touch it up because I didn't like putting those chemicals in my body or putting those harsh chemicals on my hair. I stopped doing gel nails because they're terrible. I don't know why people do that to themselves, because I hear other people say, "Oh, taking the gel nails off just tears my nails apart." Yeah, it does. It's not good for your nails. When I used to get gel nails, I liked doing the clear, and I liked, telling the lady, just keep the same length as my longest nail. And then, of course, these were stuck with short because they split down the middle. But, I just like having clean, neat nails. And once in a while I do polish, but I'm not a big fan of unnatural colors. Once in a while it's fun. I'm waiting for this nail here to grow out because it developed a black spot like about a month or two ago, and I'm still waiting to see if it's going to grow out or wondering what the heck it is. I'm not really sure how I got on this subject. So how's my audio? Is my audio doing okay? I hope so. It's a lot faster to do it that way. Whoops. I'm doing a bad job on this one. I was trying to make myself a smoothie earlier, and I was using a measuring cup to dish out the frozen berries to pour into my bullet jar, and the hand shook, and a strawberry went, not strawberry, blueberry went flying. And so that was an oh shit moment. And then I got mad because I couldn't find it anywhere. And I knew it was going to melt and it was going to get blueberry all over the place. And that stuff stains. And it's a mess. Finally found it in the silverware drawer. Ugh. That torqued me off. Okay, you can eat the rest of it, Theresa. And I don't need these. So let's get past this. Whew. I think I hold my breath when I do that sometimes. You ever think you hold your breath when you're fussy cutting? All right, so I've got my pile there, and I've got my pile here, and a pile here, and I need my mini scoreboard. Where are you at? Right here. The slides cutouts I did with, I printed those on white cardstock. Part of me was wondering if I should have printed these two to a page, made them smaller, because I'm not sure if they're going to be too big for how I have my project laid out and planned. There's that. I'm going to use this little one. Get these inked with Vintage Photo Oxide. I know I don't always tell folks what I'm using, and I'll hear people on other YouTube videos being so good about saying, oh, this is what I'm using, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never do that. So I do try to do it once in a while to, be helpful. But usually I don't think about it. Let's listen to some more music. This is going to be a minute. Well, that was a short song. Too bad I don't have the Ephemerember song. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So far, I don't get tired of hearing that song. Who knows? Maybe we'll be listening to it enough during Barbara and Luise's videos that we'll have it memorized and we'll start singing it on our YouTube channels. Well, we can't play the song, but we could sing it if we memorized it. That would be awful if I did that to you. I did used to sing in church a bit, but it was a very small church and nobody else wanted to lead songs. So they were desperate, really desperate. So now that's something that you didn't know about me. I used to lead song worship time in church. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. Oh, wait, we have to do some of these things. We'll just do the tiny ones.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see Him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. See Him in a manger laid, Jesus, Lord of heaven and earth. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid. Sing with us our Savior's birth. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Okay, I think I have enough to get started. I don't even know where that came from. All right, so are you ready for it? I did do a lot of prep work before I got started today. I know you can't tell by how much time it just took me, but I did prepare the mini pocket. Right there, the mini pockets. So, yeah. And then I pulled out some pieces. I think these are all inked. That one looks inked. These aren't inked. I was going to back these, but I'm not going to do that right now. We've already invested over 30 minutes of prep time for this prompt. Okay, so we'll just go ahead. Now, here's the thing. When I did this, I was listening to Louisa talk about her project that she was doing for this prompt. And, anyways, she used plastic, one of those plastic things. I don't, a card collector sheet or page or something like that. And I don't really like to use plastic. So I got the idea to use wax paper, and that's what this is. This is wax paper. And I wrote on, I think it was Barbara's video this morning, I said, I love Louise's idea, but I don't really like to work with plastic. So, I made the correlation that Louisa doesn't like to touch wax paper. And I said, but I think wax paper will work for me. And yeah, I like it. So I started, um, I got my area and I started making cuts. I made lines for where I was going to want to cut. And I just did my cuts like this first. And I did a lot of sewing to try and reinforce those cuts. And I was running into some complications. And then I came up with the idea that I could use faux age tape to reinforce this and not allow it to bunch up like it was doing in some of these areas. There's a few things that I realized, hindsight, what I should have done differently. Then, because I thought it would be cool for decoration, I did these last lines across and I cut off my pockets. So some of my pockets are very shallow, but that's okay. That's another thing that I learned, and we're working past it. So this one is going to go in here, and even though that doesn't go very deep, that will be fine. None of these things are backed, so I'm actually thinking that I'm just going to put these in the pocket where I want them, and I'm just going to glue them down. So they won't be something that a person would pull in and out. Oh, that's kind of a deep pocket. I should save this for here where it's not, maybe here. Okay, let me think. Is this inked? I think, no. That one there, that's good. And put, or do I want to put that one there? And this one here. Yeah. And this goes here. And this one is going to go there. These are from Line Dot Arrow. And let's put this one right here. Yep. And then we were going to put these here. Yep. We can put this frog here. And okay, let's ink this. And then I wanted to see if these two of these would fit. Oh, yes, they do. I love that. Okay. Don't fall out of there, little bee. Mm, not real good. Maybe should I try up here? Well, I could do that. And then I could do this. Oh yeah, that that works. And then I need something small. We've got a frog and we can put a butterfly right there. Let's ink it. Okay, you'll go right there. Okay, now can I use something like this behind there? Yeah, simply because I don't want to cut something else up right now. Okay, that's a little long. I'm just using that for a backing paper. Okay, that works. Now, I'm going to put something like this right there. And if I had more time, I would get my mica out and I would put mica. Oh, I wished I had my mica out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this background down. And I'm thinking I'm just not going to fill them up so that I can use my mica. I love using the mica. That's good enough. Okay, now this needs ink. I thought I inked that already. And we'll go ahead and put that down. And I personally prefer using my faux mica instead of acetate. You know, I could make some faux mica with my acetate because I have alcohol ink, but I don't have brown. I need to get a brown. Well, I think I have rust. That might work. Okay, that one's ready. I'm not going to close it because I'm going to put some mica in there. Now, we're going to, I don't think I can do this one yet. But we can put our labels on. And I thought these might be too big, so I'm going to cut these down. That looks good enough. Okay, that one. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put another one of these in. And I'll back this with something like this. And I'll only put mica on one side. Nope. Okay. So that is going to go on here. Crooked, but that's okay. So then we're going to put a little flower here. What did we put here? A little fish. So we're going to put a little flower on the back. And we'll put a butterfly on the front. There we go. That one's as done as it's going to get. Yep, that looks good. Hi, Tony. Thanks for visiting. Actually, I can't find any of the ones that I inked. I think I'll do this little guy for the inside. So I'm doing the Ephemer Ember prompt for mini pocket letter in Specimen. And so when Louisa Heinzel did her video, she did it with like one of those trading card plastic things. And hi, Margie, nice to see you. And so then she did a lot of sewing and stuff. Well, I don't really like to work with plastic. So I took um, some wax paper and I crumpled it all up and made it big enough for a front and a back package or package page so that I could do pockets. And so I sewed and gave myself pockets like a trading card page. And now I'm doing the specimen slides from a kit that I bought from Etsy. I'm not closing up the specimen slides because I'm going to come back later on and I'm going to put some mica windows in because I love doing that. But I'm already an hour into this video, and I did a lot of prep work before I turned on the camera. But oh my gosh, this is a very intensive project. It takes a lot, has a lot of moving pieces to it, and I can't find any of my already inked pieces. That's weird. It's okay, I need to cut these down anyways. Hi, Adria. Nice to see you again tonight. Did you see I commented on one of your videos yesterday? You do a good job, Adria. You should do more videos. And by the way, anyone who, like, you're in the chat room right now, but after the video uploads, if you wanted to come back and post your channel, you're more than welcome to do that. I have no problem with people saying something like, hi, I was here watching Teresa's video today. Other Adria. We have two Adrias here. Whoa, you just changed your name, Adria. So I followed the link for Adria Maeve's mom, Wilford, yesterday, and I found some videos. Huh. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But anyways, like I said, if you want to post a link to your channel and invite folks to come look at it, I have no problem with that. Very old. The ones that I looked at were very old. And the one I looked at had a cool technique. What was it? Oh, I can't remember. I thought I had it. I looked at somebody else's today that did lace tabs. That was cool. I want to do something like that. Okay, so this is done because the only other thing I'm going to do is get the mica. And now we've got this one to do. And so I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to take these two pieces. and glue them together. Speaking of stamping, I was watching Darcy's video and she did some really cool stuff like she always does. She took a National Geographic and she put some transparent paint on it, on the pages, and then she put stencils and foam stamps and red rubber stamps and different things like that underneath the page, and then sanded it with sandpaper. Really fun. I'm gonna have to try that. So if you guys would hit that like button while you're in here, I would surely appreciate it. And anybody who's watching, if you like this idea right here, please feel free to hit that like button. Whoops. Phew, for a minute I was afraid I was cutting my specimen. Doot, doot, doot. This thing is what you're calling a pouch. It's made of wax paper. So I took wax paper and I crumpled it up into a ball, and then I put it in two pieces, and then I cut lines in it for pockets. Oh, and I used alcohol ink to decorate it. So, what critter are we going to put on this one? Let's see. We have a butterfly, and we have a fish, and we have a frog, and let's do a bee. Well, when I watched Luise's video, she used a plastic trading card page, and that wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I came up with the idea of using wax paper. That's a cute little bee. All right, now all of these I'm going to take them back out later, and that one doesn't have a label. Let's use this one. And then I'm going to put mica in for a window. Are any of you guys doing Defember? There's the label. I'm just gonna stand up It's going to take a minute because my knee's been giving me problems all day. And I'm going to walk over here to my organizational things and see if I can find my mic in a relatively quick time frame. I wonder where I put it. Oh no, that was my iPad. If I mess with that too much, it'll disconnect us. Okay, I'm going to have to look later on to figure out which area I put my mic in. That's the problem with somebody like me who arranges and rearranges. Then when I want something, I can't find it. But it's getting better. I'm finding things more often. So I'm going to take a break on this, give my creative ideas a chance to percolate a little bit more. And I will work on this more later on after I find my mic. But we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes on this video. So Defemer Ember is an event that is hosted and sponsored by Louisa Heinzel and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. And they come up with prompts. I think sometimes in the past they have, it is, Adria, it is like a treasure hunt in my own stuff. That's a good way to say it. And these gals put a lot of work into it. This year they came out with merchandise like coffee cups that say Defemer Ember, and they write up content for it to really spin it and that sort of thing. And this is my second year, and I just think it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. And so things like this that are in these tiny pockets, I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down and let those stay in there permanently. But this would be cute for, I mean, you could almost stuff a lot of ephemera in here, especially if you did the pockets right. Like, I design as I go, and that's the worst thing ever because then I make mistakes. But if these pockets would have been as deep as I wanted to, I could have stuffed a lot more stuff in here. So, and these are going to continually fall out. So I'm going to glue these down, just tacking them down. I lost the other one. There it is. I'm just going to do that like that. And then I could even take some more of these labels and put them on the front here. I was thinking about taking one of these and maybe putting it behind there. Let's see what this is going to look like in my journal before we wrap this video up. I do this all the time. I make something without checking to make sure it fits in my journal. Ugh. Struggle is real. Ugh. Why do you do that, Theresa? So what I'm going to have to do, okay, first move my iPad before I disconnect you guys. Put this up here for a minute, and then we're definitely going to take this side and glue this side in. I've never glued wax paper before, but it is fun to use it. This little project has so much potential. So let's see, Adria, you say you could put some stuff in between the layers of the wax paper before sewing it to. Yeah. Which is kind of what I'm doing right now with these pockets, because the pocket is 2 layers. And I'm going to glue that one because it wants to come out. But I started doing it and I started having problems like down here where it gathered and bunched up. And so that's after that's when I started using the age tape. So this design and development, you can see the transition I went through to try and make this thing work. So now I'm going to try and glue some of this over. So that it will fit on a page in my journal. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I actually did that with a pocket in one of my journals one time. I'm trying to remember which one. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I did that with vellum. But this wax paper idea is really pretty cool. I'm sure I'm going to be doing more with it. Thank you, Adria. Okay, let's see if this is going to work now. Oh, my stuff is dropping out again. Okay, that, not really. Not going to fit. So maybe I will let that back show, and just glue it onto something like this envelope. And these things falling out are distracting me. Okay, I'm going to do just a little bit more gluing up here at the top. Okay. All right, that fits that way pretty much. And so if I glue it onto that envelope, like right there, that doesn't look too bad. And I think what I'll do is I will back this. And then I can put some washi tape on here. And a little bit of the roughness in the back doesn't bother me. But I do think I want to do a little bit of washi tape down here. And then I'll glue the whole thing. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn this into a pocket. So I'm going to glue this and then come up the side. Thanks for visiting, Adria. Hope to see you again. Bye. So yeah, please consider hitting that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, I would be honored if you made the decision to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate everybody, whether you subscribe or you just drop in as able. It's all good with me. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Now we have a pocket that's designated by that little lace piece right there. It does, I like the way it looks. I'm not unhappy with how that looks. And when I close my journal, yes, it's gonna stick out. Am I gonna be unhappy with that? Probably. So I will probably keep fiddling with it until it fits to the point where I'm happy in my journal. And then if I do that and close it, it will look better. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Thanks again. And again,